Two men, two visions of power. One chose volume, the other chose silence. And in that silence, history shifted. Because when Trump said, "Sit down," Obama showed the world what it really means to stand tall. When Donald Trump told Barack Obama to sit down, no one expected what came next. Obama's response wasn't loud or angry, but it left the entire room on its feet and Trump searching for words. Sit down. Two words. Sharp. Dismissive. Trump leaned forward, voice echoing through the Phoenix Convention Center. People are tired of hearing you lecture. The audience froze. A few gasps, a few nervous laughs. Phones shot up like pistols. Obama didn't move, hands folded, eyes calm. He just waited. Trump smirked, thinking he'd won the room. Sit down, Barack. Let the people who actually built something talk. His supporters clapped, but the applause was thin, nervous, uncertain. Then finally, Obama leaned forward. His voice was quiet, steady. Donald, leadership isn't about telling people when to sit down. It's about knowing when to stand up for them. The crowd erupted. Not laughter, applause. Real, rolling applause. Trump blinked, caught off guard. Obama hadn't raised his voice, hadn't insulted him, but he'd flipped the power of the room completely. When you tell someone to sit down, Obama continued, you reveal more about yourself than about them. Did you see Barack Hussein Obama last night take little shots? He was taking shots at your president. And so was Michelle. You know, they always say, sure, please stick to policy. Don't get personal. And yet they're getting personal all night long, these people. Now the applause grew louder. Trump leaned forward, ready to cut in. Oh, come on. But the cheers drowned him out. Obama sat still, letting the silence stretch, letting everyone feel the weight of composure. When it finally quieted, he spoke again. Respect isn't about who can shout the loudest. It's about whether people choose to listen when you speak. Trump's face tightened. His jaw moved. His eyes darted. The man who always dominated the stage suddenly looked smaller, and the calm beside him looked unshakable. Trump tried again. People are tired of speeches. They want results. Obama nodded slightly. You're right, people struggle. But here's the difference. When they did, I showed up. I didn't tell them to sit down. I asked them to stand with me. The crowd went wild. Some on their feet, clapping, cheering. Obama raised a hand, gently lowering the energy. Leadership isn't measured by how loudly you talk at people, but by how willing you are to listen when they talk back. It's not conservative. It sure isn't normal. It's radical. It's a vision that says the protection of our power and those who back us is all that matters, even when it hurts the country. Trump's smile faltered. His voice cracked. You had 8 years and people still struggling. Maybe it's your turn to sit down. Obama looked straight at him. People struggled, yes. They still do. But I didn't walk away. I didn't tell them to be quiet, because leadership isn't pretending you fixed everything. It's showing up when the work isn't done. Applause again, louder. The energy in the room shifted fully. Trump leaned back, eyes darting, restless, frustrated. Obama leaned forward again. His tone sharpened. You say people want leaders who win, but win for who? If winning only makes you feel bigger while the people you represent feel smaller, that's not victory. That's vanity. The crowd exploded. A standing ovation shook the hall. Cameras zoomed in. Trump stiff and scowling. Obama still and calm. Trump tried to recover. People don't need sermons. They need results. Obama's reply came smooth as glass. And people don't need insults. They need to be lifted up. Cheers, shouts. I think foreign observers are troubled by some of the rhetoric that's been taking place in these Republican primaries and Republican debates. I don't think it's restricted, by the way, to Mr. Trump. I find it interesting that everybody's focused on Trump primarily just because he says in more interesting ways what the other candidates are saying as well. The audience was his. If you have to shout over everyone else to prove your strength, Obama said, maybe it's because deep down, you don't have it. The hall erupted again. Trump leaned back with a hollow laugh, pretending not to hear. The moderators tried to move on, but the crowd wasn't done. They were chanting, clapping, calling Obama's name. When they finally quieted, Obama spoke softly. Respect doesn't need volume. It's not about making others smaller so you can feel larger. It's earned by listening, by showing up, by taking responsibility. That's what leadership is, and that's what America deserves. The applause rose again, wave after wave. Trump sat rigid, arms crossed. The cameras caught it all. One man shaken, one man serene. By the time the lights dimmed, the moment was already viral. Hashtags flooded every platform. Hashtag #SitDownTrump. Hashtag ObamaResponse. Hashtag Leadership Matters. Clips replayed on every news channel. Headlines called it a masterclass in composure.